Hello guys, welcome to Studio Green Archi Labs. So this is your first Revit class. So in this class, I'll be just giving you a brief introduction about the software regarding user interface. So before starting the class, I'd like to tell you that I'm using Revit 2023 version. So I would recommend that you guys also install a Revit software which is closer to this version, like Revit 2020 or Revit 2021, 2022, 2023, or 2024, or maybe 2025. So for each version, there will be a small difference. So it won't be a huge difference. It will be minute difference. So it won't be a problem. So let's begin with the class. Once you, after installing the Revit software, when you open the Revit, so this is how it will appear. So the first thing when you open the software is uh, this home screen is what will appear. So in the home screen, you will have models, families, and then recent files. So first I will tell you what models is. So in models, you have open and null. So the basically in model means where you create a 3D model, like a complete 3D model, like a building, any building or any model that you create as a complete from start to end. So in the models, you can create any 3D model like a building or like a home residence, anything with a complete from start to finish. So for that, you have to use models. And then we have families. So the difference between model and family is like a very small, you can create a very small models, like a detailed models regarding like furnitures. You can create every furnitures in the families. You can create a doors, particular set of doors. You can create windows. So for that kind of model, small models, like models which are part of the main 3D model, like furnitures, windows, doors, that kind of small parts of models we can create using families. So that is what families is all about. And using models, we have to create a complete set of 3D models, like a whole building. So in the building, we can load families like small models, doors, windows, furnitures, which are families, known as families. We can just import them on the main model. So this is the difference between model and families. So our here you can see the next thing is recent files. For both models and families, we have a recent files. So this is like a basic thing in every software. There will be when you open a software, it will show you the files which have been opened recently. So whenever you work on any file and then you close that file, after when you open the Revit, the previously worked files will be shown in the recent file. So you can just directly click and open that file. So that's what recent file is. So now in models and in families, you have two options called open and new. So if you click on open, the thing is which you are already have been worked on the particular file. If you want to open that file, which you have worked and saved that file in a previous, now after closing that file, now you have uh, opened the Revit and you want to open that file again. So in that case, you have to click on open. Once you click on open, go to my computers. Here you have main C drive. In that you can, for example, for a sample thing I'm showing, you can load wherever you save the files. So I will click on Autodesk. Now I have Revit 2023. So I'll click on Revit. Here I have sample projects. So here I have sample project. I will click on samples. Now I have set of projects. This is for example I'm showing. Now if you have already worked on a Revit file and you want to open that file again, then you have to go to the file location wherever that you have saved. For example, now I have clicked on the sample projects. Now I'm just clicking on any sample projects like this. So it's showing this is family and this is project. While you work on a particular file, you can also rename it like family, or project like that. Or else we can see the difference in the icon. If RVT is shown, that means it's a Revit file. If RFA is shown, that means it's a Autodesk Revit family. Even here you can just see type Autodesk Revit family. So if you click on project, it will showing Autodesk Revit project here. So this way also you can just understand that this is a project file and this is a family file. So now if I click on any project, like I'm selecting this basic sample project, I know uh, if I want to open, I have to just click on open here. Once I click on open, that file will be completely open. So like this, I can open the Revit file. Now if I close this, again I will come back to the home. So now if I want to open a new file, I'm just starting a new project, a new model, then I have to click on new. If I click on the new, I will get this dialog box. In this dialog box, I have to choose a template file. So just click on this construction template. So now you will have a set of templates like construction template. This is for civil engineers. You have a architecture template for architects. You have structural template for structural engineers. You have a mechanical template for HVAC systems. You have a system template, electrical template, plumbing template like this. System template is combined of mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. So these are the other templates that we have. So as we are going to do an architecture model, so we have to click on architecture template. Just click on architectural template. Now it is selected to a project. You have two options, project template and project. So let's select create new project. Project template is different. Like it will have a set of template by default located in the file. So if you are going to create a model and then you are going to use the templates for presenting the model views. So in that purpose, you can click on project template and we will discuss about the project template in the further classes. But for now, just click on project and click OK. So once you click on OK, this is how the Revit interface will appear. The interface of Revit software will look like this. So this is the main interface of Revit software. Here we have at the top, you have quick access toolbar, like to save or to make PDF, to measure, and then we can quickly go to the 3D view by clicking on this icon. So this is the quick access toolbar, and here it is showing that project 1 floor plan level 0. So this basically appears there. And after that, we have these are known as ribbon tabs. So in ribbon tabs, you have separate set like architecture, and when you click on structure, this is a separate set of tools. When you click on steel, you have a separate set of tools. Precast, systems, insert, annotate, analyze. So these are the separate ribbon tabs. So like this, we have collaborate, view, manage, add-ins, modify, like this. So these are useful ribbon tabs. So again, go and click on architecture. So in architecture, we have sub tabs like build. Under the build, we have separate tools, walls, doors, window, component, column, roof, ceiling, floor, curtain grid, mullion. These are the tools that we have under the build. So in one architecture ribbon tab, we have a separate called build. In the build, we have separate tools. And in the circulation, we have railings, ramp, stairs. In a model, we have a text model, line model, group model, and then we have a room and area. So we have separate tools, room separator, tag area, these kind of tools. So in data, we have grid level option. And then in work plane, we have a plane options, set plane, show plane, reference plane, like this. So after this ribbon toolbar, this is the main workspace that we are going to work. So this is the main space for modeling. And here in the modeling space or drafting space, you can call it as a drafting space or modeling space. So here we have, as by default, whenever you open a Revit, you have this thing as a default. This is known as a camera point. These four camera points will be by default, it will be appear at every time whenever you open a Revit file. These four camera points will be appeared as a default thing. So the main purpose of this camera point is to view the elevation and sections. Like you can see, this is elevation file. It is written down, and here if I click, it shows like elevation two, or you can also call it as elevation north, elevation east, elevation south, elevation west, like this. So this is the main workspace. You can call it as a drafting space or a modeling space. So after this, we have two uh, things, which is project browser, and this side we have a properties. These are very important, guys. In Revit, this project browser is like a index page of the book. So you will have an index page in a book. So in the index page, you will have the page numbers for this chapter. You can go to this page number. So directly you can switch to that chapter. Like the same, you have a project browser. So in project browser, you will have different level sets, like floor plans. In floor plans, if you want to work on level zero, you can click on level zero. If you want to work on level one, you can double click on level one. You can just switch to level one, like this. So if you want to work on site level, just double click on site. The site will be open. So if you want to work on ceiling plans, or if you want to work on elevations, just click on the plus icon. So here you have east elevation, north elevation, like that. Just give it double click on east elevation. The east elevation viewport will be open. If you want to work on 3D, just give a plus. Just click on the plus sign. Now the 3D will be shown. Just give it double click. So our 3D option will be shown. So these are different viewports. So if you want to work on the particular viewport, you can just click on any level which you want to work. Now, if I want to work on elevation, just click on east. I can get the east elevation. If I want to work on 3D, just click on 3D. You can get this option. So this is the project browser does. In properties, so if you click on any model, if you have a model in the Revit file, any particular, for example, if you have a door model or a furniture model or a wall, if you just click on that wall or a door or a furniture, the detailed info of the properties, detailed info and the properties of that particular object will be shown here. You can also edit that property by just clicking on edit type. We can change the property things. Like if you have a door size of 1 meter, you click the door and go to properties. All the detailed information will be listed here. And now if you want to change the window size to from 1 meter to zero point 0.9 meter or 1.5 meter, we can just go to edit type and change however you want. So this is what properties thing done. So this is what properties will do. If this is not available in your window, then just go to views. In the views ribbon tab, you will have a user interface. Just click on user interface and make sure this project browser is checked on. If you turn on the project browser, this will appear. And if you turn on the properties, this thing will appear. So it will appear like this. So it will be this dialog box will be appear on the screen. But to fix this on the particular location, you have to just click on it. Just give a double click on the dialog box. It will be located in a particular place. So you can also change the however you want. You can just adjust it like this. So this is the main set of toolbar guys. So we have a quick access toolbar, ribbon toolbar, and we have the main workspace. And then these are the places, project browser, where you can directly switch to the particular levels. And this is the properties where you can see the detail info of the particular model. So next, moving on, guys. Now we are in the level 0. So the important thing in Revit software is like everything we have to work on levels. So it's not like other softwares, like it's not like AutoCAD. In AutoCAD, you can work on ground floor, and side by you can work on first floor. Also, you can work on second floor, and simultaneously you can work on elevation in the same place. It's not like that. If you in Revit, if you want to work on ground floor, you have to work on one viewport. You cannot work for first floor on the same viewport. You have to change the level to, you have to switch the level. So if level 0 is like ground floor, whatever that you have to work on ground floor, you can work on this viewport. But if you want to work on first floor, you cannot work on this level. You have to switch this to level 1, and here you can work on the first floor. Like the same, you cannot work on second floor in the same level. You have to create another level 2 and then work on the second floor. Likewise, in the site, you cannot work for first floor or any terrace floor like that. You can just only work on the site like compound walls, roads, trees, that kind of thing alone you can work on site. If you want to close this, you can just click on close. It will automatically close. If you want to work on the elevation part, then you have to open the east elevation or south elevation or north elevation to work on the particular elevation. You cannot work on any other viewport. So like this, if you want to work on 3D or just want to view the 3D, you can open the 3D toolbar by clicking on the 3D view, or directly you can click on the in the quick access toolbar for viewing the 3D. So when you go to the east elevation, now you can see we have a level 0, level 1. So one more thing guys, like in the Revit 2021 or 2020, by default you will have this level 0 as level 1 and this level 1 as a level 2. But in the later versions, like in the newer versions, like Revit 2023 or Revit 2024, by default you will have the first level as a level 0, and then for the next level line you will have a level 1 written. So this is a small difference. You can change this by just rename it whatever you want by just giving a double click on the, you can rename it however you want. I'll give rename it as a first floor. Once you rename and give enter, this dialog box will appear. Just click yes. By clicking yes, you can rename the level. Now I can rename it as a ground floor or a plinth level. However that I want, I can rename. Now after typing, just click on enter, and it will ask this dialog box confirm level rename. Just click on yes. So like this, we can rename the levels. So the main purpose of the level is to that's the main purpose. The main purpose of level is to uh, work on separate levels like ground floor. If I this is the level, if I create the level line like this, so I can get the ground floor, first floor separate thing. So if I click on east again, So in this level, I can work on this viewport. For this level, I can work on this floor. So as we rename this level one, here also the rename has been happened. So when I click on ground floor, you can change the difference. Here also it is been updated. Project one, floor plan, ground floor. If I click on here, it shows first floor. If I click on east, it shows east. This also, if I rename, if I rename this, it will update it here also. If I just click and rename it like elevation one, so it will be updated here also as well as here also. So like this, we can rename the uh, rename the layers. We can rename the each levels and elevations like this. So these the level lines. Now we'll see what level lines are. So when you click on the level lines, we can just extend this level lines by clicking on this circle. Just click on this circle and it will tell track the extents of the level in the model. So just click on this circle and just drag it like this. So like this we can extend the line. So when you just click on one level line and click on this circle and drag, it will be changed for all the levels, for all other level as well. I'm not clicking this first floor line, but just clicking on ground floor line and changing this. It is also affected in the first floor line because we have locked all the levels like that. If you just unlock this, if you just click on the lock and unlock this, now if you move this, only the particular ground floor line will be changed. So we have to, it is now it has been locked. Now if I move it, both will be changed. Now if I click this one and unlock this, now if I move only particular line will be changed. So this is how we can uh, extend the lines. And another thing is now you can see the symbol of the level is located here because you have a checkbox and you have a tick on that checkbox. Now if I give, you have another checkbox at this end as well. If I click on this checkbox, now the level symbol is appeared on both sides. So if I uncheck here, this symbol will be gone. So if I give a check on here, the symbol will be appear this side and here I can uncheck. So this, so like this, you can just make sure which side you want that symbol. So another thing is guys, just when you click on the line, you have an option here like a add elbow. It is like it's shown like a break line. If you just click on add elbow, this symbol will be the elbow will be added. It will look like line coming here and then it will break like this and go like this. So now by clicking on this, you can change however you want to place this. The main purpose of this add elbow is if you have another level just next to the ground floor, like a plinth level. So it will be hard for you to analyze that which symbol refers to this particular level. So like this, see, we can also change the dimension base. When you click on this any line, it shows the dimensions. So the dimensions are in millimeters, 0 to 4,000. So the difference from level ground floor to first floor is 4,000 millimeters. We can also change the level of this. So just give a double click over here and now change this to like 1,000. If you give a value as 1,000, so this level has been changed over here. Now we can see if this is too close. See, if this is too close, if you want to change this, you have to just click on add elbow. When you click on add elbow, it will be tilted here and click this and again add elbow. And now you can move it like this. So now it looks clear. This is separate first floor line. This is separate ground floor level line. So like this, we can use the elbow to change the symbol position. So here, by clicking on either this line, you can change the dimension, you can change the length, or by clicking or double clicking on this, you can change the length, the height of the levels. So if you want to change the units in Revit, like it's in millimeters, and if you want to change it to meters, you can go to unit setup and change this. And again, in Revit, it's not like AutoCAD. In AutoCAD, you have to set the units before you start working. If you want to work on millimeters, you have to first do the unit setup and then start working on millimeters. But if you want to work on meters in AutoCAD, you have to scale the whole thing to meters and then change the unit setup to meters. So you also have to scale all the works from millimeters to meters in the AutoCAD. But in Revit, it's not like that. You have started working in millimeters. During the work, while working itself, you can change this to meters very easily without doing anything additional changes. To change this, now we have started working in millimeters. Now, if I want to convert this to meters, then easily I can change the unit setup. So for that, to change the unit setup, go to manage. In the manage, we will have here called project units. So you have to click on the project units. Once you click on project units, this dialog box will appear. Or else you can just type UN, press UN, and once you type UN, directly this project units will appear. So shortcut key is UN. If you want to go directly and select then go to manage ribbon tab, click on project units here, and now in the length you have to edit the units. So in the length, just click on the in length, you have to click on the this mm. Once you click here, you can change the units to meters, and then roundings just change. If we are doing a millimeter, if you are doing a meter, then let's give it as a two decimal places. Now it's showing like if you click on like 0 decimal, it will show just 1 meter. If you click on 2 decimal, it will show like 0.01 like this. So let's keep it as 2 decimal and then unit symbol. So in unit symbol for meters, we have to click on M. After doing this, just click OK and after again click on OK. Now you can see the changes. So instead of 1000 millimeters, now it's showing 1 meter and ground floor is showing like 0.00 meter. So like this, we can change the units even while working. So now after this, we'll see how to add more levels. So now we'll see how to add more levels. So for that, go to architecture, just select on any level. Here, once you, so click on architecture, just click on the level line or let it be as it is. Once you go to architecture tab, either you select or if you select, it will go to modify. So just come to architecture and leave the click like this. So in architecture ribbon tab, in the datum you have two options. One is level and one is grid. So levels is for elevation and grid is for plan, floor plan. So using grid, this grid we can draft on the floor plan and levels we can uh, drag it on the elevations. So just click on levels. Once if you click on level, see in the architecture tab, if you want to create more levels, like for you want to create one more level for second floor, third floor, and terrace, and even you want to add a plinth level. So this for that, just click on level And once you click on level, now you can see when you go near to this ground floor line, from the ground floor, just move the cursor. Now you can see it's showing the measurements like 2.3 meter, now 2.6 meter, like this. And you go above the ground floor level, now you can see it is showing 0.04 meter like that. But now if you move the cursor to the line of first floor, then it will start picking the first floor line. See, now it's been changed near to the first floor. Now go near to the first floor line and move upwards. So now you can see from the level first floor level, you can set a value. So now let's set a second floor value. Just approximately move the cursor to the value that you want. Now I have 2.9 and I will move little more up. Now I'm getting 3000. Now just move it like this cursor. You will get a highlight option like these lines. These dotted lines, dash lines will be shown. Now just adjust the cursor to set a value and then just click and drag. Just click and leave it. Just give a click and leave the click. Now just move the cursor. You can draw a line. If you just move the cursor to this end lines, automatically these guidelines will be shown and you can just click. You can, like this, you can create a new level. And again, it will be in the level command. So by pressing escape, you can come out of this command. Or else if you want to create another level, keep holding, just keep moving the mouse cursor like this. Go to like 3 meters height and then again click and leave. Now just move the cursor like this. You can add another level. Now again, if you click here, level 3 has been added. If you just move the cursor again the dimension will be shown. Either you can just give a right click, not right click, just press escape. In Revit, you have to just click on escape. Now just press on escape, give 2 times escape, you will come out of that command. So you have to give 2 times escape. Like this, you can create a level space. So this is one method. If you want to create a multiple levels, then again, just click on levels. Here you have to select on the pick lines. Once you click on the pick lines, now you have to set a offset value. Like I'm giving it as a 3 meter. So just type 3 and click enter. Just press enter and now move the cursor near the level 3 line. So when you click on, just move your cursor near to the level 3 line, the highlight, the line is highlighted above 3 meters and it is showing that you can draw a new, you can add a new level above the level 3. But if I move this cursor to little bit down, so now you can see exactly at 3 meters, a new highlighting line is shown in the level 2. So like this, you can, uh, before adding the level, you can just view where the level will be added. If I now move my cursor to the ground floor, now you can see below the ground floor, the lines, dash lines are shown. So exactly 3 meters down to the ground floor, a new level line will be added. If I just move my cursor above the ground floor, slightly move my cursor above the ground floor, now you can see above the ground floor exactly at 3 meters, I'm getting a dash lines that my new level will be added. So the thing is to add multiple levels at the same time, you have to go to levels and pick, select on the pick line and set a value offset as any value, and then move your cursor to the levels, nearest levels, and as the dash lines are showing above the 3 meters, above the level 3, it's showing exactly 3 meters. Just if if you want to place the level line there above that particular space, just give a click now. After moving your cursor here and just give a click, the level will be added. Then again move your cursor to level 4 and just press a click, another level will be added. Like this, if you again move your cursor to the level 5, another line will be shown. Just click another line. Again, you move your cursor to level 6. Just give a click. Just give a click. Like this, you can add multiple levels at the same time at a equal intervals. So if you want to create like a for high-rise buildings, if you are creating like 20 floor high-rise building and each level floor height is like 3000 meter, you can easily create the levels by picking, selecting on the pick lines. After clicking on level line, you can just click on pick lines and then set a value of 3 meters and keep on adding like this, like this. You can keep on adding like this. So to come out of now to come out of this command, just press escape and then again you have to press 2 times escape to come out of this command. So now in 3D also you can see this is the number of levels that we have added. And here also you can see in the project browser, you have many levels as we have added multiple levels. Automatically you can see different levels. So if you want to switch to level 8, just give a double click. Level 8 will be open. Now you can work on the 8th floor. So this level 8 can be 8th floor. So like this, you have to work guys. So let's that's all for this class guys. You guys just after installing the software, whatever I have taught you in this class, just try this out, just practice this. After that, we'll see in the next class. So that's all for this class, guys. Thank you.